Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're going to look at Marsmon in a red hybrid package. I still love this boss monster, and I think red hybrid actually makes him a little bit more viable. So, starting with our eggs, we have 4 copies of BT14 Koromon. Your turn, when a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, draw 1. We're going to be really aggressive in this deck, so just be able to draw off of our rookie base or whenever we get some chip damage in. Really good egg for this deck. We're going to go 4 copies of the BT17 Flamemon. On play, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Hybrid or 10 Warriors and 1 Tamer card with inherited effects among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. I really like this for finding our level 4 suite, some of our level 5s. But this can also whiff our Marsmon, so we do have to be careful about that. It's also great for finding our Tamers, because this is a red hybrid deck, we need Tamers. And also, really importantly, the on deletion lets us play a Tamer card with inherited effects from our hand on deletion. We're going to have lots of inheritables that do this for us, so we can cheat out Tamers and hopefully be able to get Marsmon to do some silly stuff. Then we have 2 copies of BT18 Bokomon. On play, reveal top 3, add a card with Hybrid or 10 Warriors and a red Tamer card. The rest go bottom, and then your turn, when any of your Digimon or Tamers would Digivolve into a Digimon with Hybrid or 10 Warriors, you gain 1 memory. So, good way to make our stacks cheaper and get up the line pretty quickly. Then we have 4 copies of BT7 Flamemon. This reveals top 4 and then gets you a Hybrid and a Takuya. The rest go bottom, finding more Tamers. I'm adding redundancy on this on deletion inheritable that plays you a Takuya from your hand on deletion. Just make sure that we can recycle the Tamers. If we get aggressive, we swing in and our body dies to a check. So really important that we can recycle some Tamers. Then we have 2 copies of the BT7 Bokomon. On play, it's going to reveal top 5, so you do have to be careful when playing this because it's going to whiff Marsmon and Blitz Omni. You get to add a Hybrid or 10 Warriors and a Tamer, but what's really important about this is that when one of your Tamer Digivolves, you gain 2 memory. So this is a potentially free Evo into a level 4, which is just awesome if you have a training setup. You're going to hit level 6 just off of having this card in play. So I find 2 copies is nice. If you don't like it, you could drop it. For our level 4s, we're on 4 copies of the BT12 Agunimon. You can Digivolve this onto Takuya, as if it's level 3, it evolves for 2. It can also go for 1 on top of a BurningGreymon. On deletion, you get to play a Flamemon from your hand suspended, and then the inheritable lets you play a Takuya. Again, the redundancy on playing Takuyas is important. Being able to recur the Flamemon is great for our aggression, and being able to put this on top of a BurningGreymon is also important because we can get the DP boost from our BT17 BurningGreymons to make sure that we get some spicy inheritables later. We have 1 copy of the BT7 BurningGreymon. I like this because it evos for 1 on any red level 4, so this can go on top of any of your other Agunimons or BurningGreymons, and it lets you pop a 4K or less, so it can get chumps off the board and give you a little bit of extra aggression, make sure your opponent's board is small, and also potentially let you draw cards if you're bricked. We have 4 copies of the BT7 BurningGreymon. This can evo on Takuya for 2 or Agunimon for 1, otherwise it costs 3. It has Raid, and when attacking, this can Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Hybrid trait in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. This does not specify level, so you can go into the Agunimon or the BurningGreymon basically for free because it's reduced by 1. And then this has a 2k DP inheritable, really, really important for the DP thresholds in this deck. So this is a mandatory 4-up for me. Then we're on 2 copies of the BT18 Agunimon. This goes 2 on Takuya, 0 on BurningGreymon, or 3 on anything else. When Digivolving, you can return 1 card with the Hybrid or 10 Warriors trait, or 1 Tamer with inherited effects from trash to hand, and this has a 2k DP inheritable as well. I find that the recursion is really quite useful in this deck because you're going to be swinging in and getting the chip damage, be able to recur your level 4s or potentially Tamers that hit the trash. If you don't have anything to play from your hand, being able to grab it back and then hard play it can come up a couple times. For our level 5s, we're on 4 copies of GrapLeomon. This has Raid, and the inheritable says when this Digimon's attack target is switched, you trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Still fantastic synergy with Marsmon. Being able to trash security is the safest way to remove security, so we do like that this is going to let us do that. And the Raid is actually pretty good because we have DP boost in this deck. It ensures that we can actually swing over lots of bodies with the DP boost, and one of the Takuyas will be able to give us some piercing effects, so it's going to be really great. 3 copies of the BT17 Aldamon. Hand on main, you can place 1 Aguni, 1 BurningGreymon from your trash under Takuya to evo it as if it's a 4, so you just warp for 3. And then when Digivolving, you pop a 6k or less, which is really great. Again, trimming bodies off the board is great and really important in an aggressive package, making sure your opponent can actually chip you out before you kill them. And this inheritable will not come up because we don't have a level 6 that will trigger this. For our level 6 package, 4 copies of BT11 Marsmon. It has Raid when Digivolving Blitz, and your turn when one of your Digimon's attack targets is switched. Unsuspend this Digimon and gain a memory for each red Tamer you have in play. That's why it's really important that we stack up these Takuya inheritables so we can get lots of free Tamers and get lots of memory back off of this Marsmon. And with the DP boost, you're going to be swinging over just about everything that could be on board. We have one Blitz Omni to help us end the game when we go on top of Marsmon, 2 copies of Gravity Crush to give us the memory to make some of these more expensive plays. Marsmon is a 4-cost Evo, and sometimes it comes up where swinging into Marsmon doesn't quite give you enough memory to keep turn, go into Blitz Omnimon, and end the game, so the Gravity Crush is actually going to be able to help you keep the turn after your Marsmon play, and then get into the Blitz Omnimon to swing for game, or potentially let you hybrid for game by keeping turn that way as well. 4 copies of Offense Training because we are still building a stack. Being able to reduce evolution costs comes up. It is really useful to help us get to our Marsmon efficiently, so we can't really complain about this as our search package. For our Tamers, I'm on 3 copies of the BT12 Takuya. It's the memory setter one, really important. Being able to start your turn with free memory feels really great in this deck. And the inheritable says this Digimon gets 2k DP while you have 10k or more. It gains your turn when this Digimon checks an opponent's security, gain 2 memory. Awesome inheritable, does a ton of work in the memory efficiency department. 4 copies of the BT17 Takuya Kanbara. If your opponent has a Digimon, you gain a memory. Also fantastic. If they hit any of these in security, you're just cooking with the free memory. And then this Digimon gains 2k DP, while this Digimon has 10k or more, it gets piercing. Again, with the GrapLeomon with Raid, all we need is 1 2k DP inheritable underneath it, on top of this Takuya, and now our GrapLeomon is 11k. Swinging Raid, it can have piercing, or if we go on this Takuya, it gets Sec +1, which is also really good. The main effect will not come up. We're not going into Emperor Greymon, but if you have 10k or more, you gain Sec +1. So we have 2 different ways to make our GrapLeomons really effective, giving it either piercing or security +1. And then we have the Marsmon as well that will also benefit from this. It's totally possible to have a Marsmon where when you swing into something, you're trashing a security, and then you're either hitting the piercing check or you're getting the Sec +1, which can be really good as well. So that is it for my Marsmon deck profile for Special Release Booster 2.0. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you still trying to play Marsmon? Does he still have a place in your heart? This will always be one of my favorite boss monsters, so I'm glad to be able to update the deck profile for you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Thank you to our YouTube members for supporting this channel. It's people like Langlong and Big Z11 who make videos like this possible.